Hi, welcome to the Bible Decoded, and today we're on Psalm 7. The voice of God is on hiatus. It is planting time in our garden, and He's planting our broccoli and carrots and peas, and we'll get to the lettuce this weekend. And we had a cold front come in, so we had just planted the broccolis, and we got a pretty strong wind going on. So he's out there protecting the little baby plants. So you get me again, yay! And we're on Psalm 7. And just a quick clarification, um, as I stated in the introduction, I'm using the Revised Standard version of the Bible. I have 3 or 4 copies of that in my home. That's always the one I've always gone to. I know that's the same Bible that Neville was reading, but that's not why I'm using it. I use it because it's handy. One of the things that I did want to get into just a tiny bit was at the top of the Psalms is usually a heading that's describing the psalm, and this comes from someone who is living in an objective land. But there's only one being here, and there's 2 sides to the heading. So just to get a little bit into the headings, and the heading for this one is plea for help against persecutors. And the persecutors are your thoughts and your way of thinking that, when you're living in objective land and you're beating yourself up. And then underneath that it says Shagayan, I'm torturing that word, of David, which he sang to the Lord concerning Cush, a Benjamite. So in the when you start looking at the meaning, and when you look at the meaning, when I go look at the meanings, I'm looking at the etymology and going back and trying to get the symbol that was used. So it's a plea for help against persecutors, and the persecutors are your thoughts that persecute you. You think people are ugly or mean or horrible, and you're judging. Good or bad, you're judging. So that's what persecuting is to be judged one way or another. And so then Cush means as if he were weak or as if he were smart. And a Benjamite means one who is a child of God. So it means, unbeknownst to the one who left us this note about the perception from the objective side, there's also a message on the subjective side. And God is in all and speaks for all. So, Cush, you were weak and now you are smart. You're learned. You learned. You became smart. A child of God. You are a child of God, a Benjamite. So that's what that means. So then the psalm begins, O Lord my God, in thee do I take refuge. Save me from all my pursuers and deliver me, lest like a lion they rend me, dragging me away with none to rescue. And you're going within and you're asking your imagination to take the beliefs of whatever it is that is making you see this judgment, to take this away. It's driving you crazy. And you see both sides, and which one am I to believe? Save me, because I know it's all you. I'm coming to you, and before the animals, the objective side, the lion, comes and devours me, I need God and man to the rescue. So then the next stanza is, O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there is wrong in my hands, if I have requited my friend with evil, or plundered my enemy without cause, let the enemy pursue me and overtake me, and let him trample my life to the ground, and lay my soul in the dust. You're confessing at this point that, if I've thought these things, if it was me doing this, You know, okay, I get it. You know, spank me, beat me, whatever it takes for this to end. You know, but I'm asking for this to go away. And, you know, let my soul be in the dust if that's what it takes. You know, you're willing to die uh, so this will stop. The next stanza, oh, arise, O Lord, in thy anger. Lift thyself up against the fury of my enemies. Awake, O my God. Thou hast appointed a judgment. Let the assembly of the peoples be gathered about thee, and over it take thy seat on high. The Lord judges the peoples. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to the integrity that is in me. You're going within and you're talking to God and you're still seeing these objective things, and you're basically saying, please get up, get rid of these things. I know I'm speaking to the one, and you're the one that's going to do this, and I know you're going to do it. And, you know, if I'm right, if I'm in, you know, part of you, then if I live subjectively and I know it's you, then I know it's going to be handled. I'm just not seeing it yet. Oh, let the evil of the wicked come to an end, but establish thou the righteous. Thou who triest the minds and hearts, thou righteous. My shield is with God, who saves the upright in heart. My God is righteous judge, and a God who has indignation every day. This is you going within and declaring that you will get rid of these wicked beliefs, that, you know, if it takes you every day of being pissed off and saying, no more, I don't believe this, no one acts like this, I don't think so, no one acts like that, you know. And these are more the big beliefs that are being cried about, the ones that are tend to come into your consciousness, and they do change, but they change more slowly because it's something that you've been living with all your life, and is hearing the sea of facts. So it's about, I'm grabbing you, you're my shield. I believe in you, and I believe only in you, and I know that when I go within and I ask you to help me, you always help me, and that it all works out in some wonderful way. So then the next stanza is, if a man does not repent, God will whet his sword. He has bent and strung his bow. He has prepared his deadly weapons, making his arrows fiery shafts. Behold, the wicked man conceives evil and is pregnant with mischief, and brings forth lies. He makes a pit, digging it out, and falls into the hole which he has made. This is important. Which falls into the hole which he has made. His mischief returns upon his own head, and on his own pate his violence descends. You make your hell, okay? You can sit there and say, you know, oh, why didn't he text me right away? He must be fooling around with somebody. And before you know it, you've made up this big story that he's seeing somebody and fooling around on you and blah, 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 blah. You know, this is your hell. You're making it up. And then you're digging that pit with those thoughts, and then you're jumping into it. And you're noting this in this prayer, this psalm. You're stating that you know this is how it happens. That if man doesn't start looking at life subjectively, then he keeps digging pits and holes, and he keeps seeing this crap. And, you know, I know this. I know this is how it works, is what this entire stanza is about. And the last line is, I will give to the Lord the thanks due to his righteousness, and I will sing praise to the name of the Lord, the Most High. And this is, I'm thanking you for taking this away. A lot of times, a good point on this is, the stanzas that saying, if I'm a part of this, if I did this. A lot of people don't realize that, yes, you are. For example, if you're fantasizing while having sex about something, okay, not to gross anybody out, but just saying that a younger person is with you when you're having sex, then you were part of what made a pedophile. And you don't believe in that, and you don't do that. You were just fantasizing. But you didn't know that fantasizing is imagining, and that came to be. And it came and stuck itself into your consciousness, if that's what you were aware of. And people made you aware of it in some other way if you weren't doing that. Oh, that Epstein, what a slime ball. Having sex with little children, or Pizzagate or something like that. It's no. Nobody does that. Nobody. I know we used to be aware of that, and I know we used to think that, but we don't think that anymore. And I'll give you an example. When they arrested Epstein, and then there was, he was in jail for a few days, and he was under suicide watch or something like that. And I had walked through the room right then, and I heard it, and as I heard it, I realized, yeah, I did used to believe there were people who did that, and I released them now. Nobody does that. Nobody acts like that. Bless you, Mr. Epstein. I released you. I know you're not like that. I know you're better than that. The next day he was dead. Somehow the suicide watch disappeared, and he managed to kill himself, and he's exited the stage. He's shown us what he was supposed to show us. Bless him. And his role is over now, and that is all exiting the stage. We are better than that. And I refuse to believe anything else. And that is just me. You're going to live with what you accept and believe. And as you walk through life, you've picked up stuff that you don't believe in, you don't think is right. You have an integrity that would never let you do that, yet there it is in your face. So this is what this psalm's about. And it's, you're going to God, going within to imagination. This is how things work, and I'm coming to you, and I'm seeing this caca, and I never really believed it, but I did believe it. So please take it away. I don't believe anybody acts like this. No. And this is a really great psalm for that kind of thing. And this is what is meant by the heading at the top, which is that you learned, and then you became smart, and you became a Benjamite. And a Benjamite is one with God, a child of God. So I hope this helps. I really enjoy it. You want me to discuss something else in the Bible Decoded? Just put a note down, and I'll get after it. Blessings to you. Thank you. Thank you for being you.